we are at the Ipswich Witches Press Day 2017. I've got with me team manager Ritchie Hawkins and promoter Chris Louis. Great to be back here, guys. It seems to come around very quickly, and you've already said, Chris, this is a strong team you've got here. You surprised yourself how good it looks.
Yeah, given the fact that we had 2.5 points less to play with, I am quite surprised. We obviously discussed it at length, and then when it was all done and put down on paper a little bit, I thought, I'm not quite sure how we managed to do that. But no, it's a solid top 5, and I think the 2 youngsters at the bottom probably have the most potential of all of the proper youngsters at the moment in the sport. So looking forward to it.
And you've had a little bit of training with one. You went to France, didn't you?
Yeah, I actually put a few laps in myself, but Danny and Daniel put a lot more laps in. I was panting for it.
Oh yeah. Richie, you had a good winter? Everything well?
Brilliant.
Littland's good, Little Babe's good, that's great. And looking forward to this season, I imagine. It's an exciting time for you as team manager.
Yeah, itching to go now.
Yeah.
Sort of obviously we got the team sorted quite early, and then just everything looks great on paper, so just looking to see how we go on the track.
Did you go to Peterborough yesterday?
Yeah, I went to
See,
Peterborough.
Danny was in pretty good form, I hear.
Yeah, to be fair, yesterday I just wanted to have a look to see how Peterborough look as well, a bit of a scouting mission. But like Danny and Kenneth was riding, they looked a class above everyone else really. And, they just looked a bit of a bigger gap between the 2 leagues on yesterday than you would have sort of expected.
And Chris, I mean, sign of Rory's line. I mean, a lot of people have talked about Rory. I mean, you've known him, you've ridden with him. Could be quite a key character this year.
Definitely. Obviously a lot has been said about coming back from injury, but it's not the first injury he's had. And I just think, although it's not worked out the best for him not starting in the Premiership, I think it probably, in many ways, it has, and certainly for us, because he'll be keen to be a big fish in the Championship. And I think it's the best way for him to start. I think he'll start confidently, and I'm looking forward to working with him again. He's a good character to have around the team. I think he's in for a good year.
A lot of people have tipped Ipswich already, Richie. I mean, is that good? Was it not good? Is it a bit of pressure? A lot of people have tipped Ipswich should do well this season. Rather that way, I suppose.
I mean, every season, how many years we stood here and we know we've got a good team on paper.
Yeah.
They sort of, we've come close a lot of times in bringing trophies back. So, I mean, you build your team to the best of. So me and Chris think it's a good team. We spent a lot of hours putting it together, and it wasn't easy. It was, we was in probably a worse position than most of the other teams. We finished on the 2nd highest average last season as a team, so we had to drop more points than everyone else. But, it's what it is. We're here to win, and like I said before, it's not an expectation to win the league, but it is an ambition and it is the goal. So that's what we need to win.
And final one last question, Chris. The first meet of the season, kids go free.
Yeah,
Kids go free on Saturday night, and it's Sheffield. I mean, they're a strong team. I mean, this is a tough start to the season for Ipswich.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's the toughest possible start we could have had. We wanted to arrange a challenge match beforehand with Kingsley, but unfortunately they just didn't come off. So to start league match against Sheffield, certainly for me, they're one of the top teams. It's going to be tough, and then we go Thursday night after that. There's American Cup, so a full-on start for the lads. But they've got to perform. They might as well start doing it straight away.
And of course, we go through all the coverage you get from the Radio Suffolk and ourselves and that, and your website stuff. Coverage is good in Ipswich for the club. Let's hope we have a good season.
Yeah, I think the club as a whole is progressing everywhere, social media, and made the track changes, and it's a very exciting team. So, it's going to be quite possibly be at the top of the table clash on Saturday. So please come down and support us.